Trillions could flow through cryptos like Stellar XLM, and Zioncoins could benefit. How am I arriving at that? How am I coming to that conclusion? First, before all of that, please like, subscribe. It helps with the YouTube algorithm, and I can keep delivering more and more content like this to you more frequently. Now, with that aside, it's all about the fundamentals, people. Yes, you and I know this, right? It's not just the charts, it's the fundamentals, the underlying factors of what makes an asset worth its weight in gold. Well, let me just say this. We need to think about the infrastructure. What is going on, especially with the SEC? Stellar XLM moving over to London? Big question mark. Is the US stifling innovation and pushing it away abroad? We're going to look into what Anchor from Stellar XLM Foundation was doing over here in London a little bit later in the video. But before that, Idris Elba is coming to Meridian, Spain, Madrid this year, September 2023. And Idris is a great actor. You know, if you've not heard of Luther, watch that series. He just brought out a new film quite recently, Luther. Great film, and he's quite inspiring. He's a very inspiring character. And he's worked with young people, training them up to be boxers, and you know, just bringing them up from the slums of London and really giving them a chance to succeed in life, giving them the tools that they need to actually go out in life and approach problems head on, not seeing problems as you know, brick walls that they can't penetrate, but rather obstacles that they can overcome, right? And this is key. And I think really Idris's views, his ethos aligns with Stellar, because this is what Stellar's all about. Now, if you're going to go to Madrid this year, that's the place to be. Check it out, Meridian. Tickets on sale. Now, with that aside, we need to talk about this delisting, back delisting coins like Stellar XLM, SushiSwap, Avalanche, and Filecoin. Quite a few other coins, 25 altogether from what I hear. And this is brought on by what Gary Gensler of the SEC has been saying about these are potential securities, right? And it's really hard to understand why BAC has decided to delist XLM, but Coinbase hasn't, because they follow the same set of guidance, supposedly. Now, this is extremely confusing for the consumer, and really the regulators are fed up. Congress is fed up with this whole shabacle, and I'm not surprised if we have a massive shake-up and see the SEC disbarred somewhat and reformed. As I've been saying quite a lot in my Twitter posts, long back, reform. Moving forward, what has Stellar XLM, Anchor, and Anchor's hosts the SDF community fund, so if you're interested in that, go over to Discord, SDF community fund, and get on top. If you're a developer, front-end developer, and you're interested in Stellar XLM, check it out. But you know, I spoke to Anchor a few times during our pitch. It's very helpful, very kind, polite, and really has a you know, good guidance when you're going through these things. So yeah, if you ever need a chat, if you're delivering a pitch, speak to Anchor. And Anchor again has been over in the UK. Sorry I missed that. If there was an opportunity to meet up, but hopefully you'll be over again, and I'll be able to come up and meet you guys in person. And yeah, as I say, we won the SDF round 11 award for our Zig3 V2 login app, which actually at the moment is about ready to come into beta. We just had a few issues on the back end in terms of where storage of keys would be encrypted. Now we've resolved that, so watch this space. It's coming your way. Nathan, over to you with Stellar Anchor over in the UK, London.
Reflections from a trip across the pond engaging UK policymakers and regulators. So as I said, I believe Anchor had gone over, but this is from Leslie Chavikin on the May the 8th, 2023. A quintessential London experience, fish and chips and a couple of grey days, an extensive discussion about blockchain. Well, quintessentially for SDF policy team, at least. Anyway, last week we travelled to London to meet with government stakeholders and industry counterparts in the UK and the United Kingdom and share our perspective on the evolving global landscape for digital assets regulation. What was apparent in our conversation was the UK officials have thought deeply about the transformative role blockchain technology can play, from reducing friction in cross-border payments to fostering competition and consumer choice. To help realise these potential benefits, the UK government has proposed building a tailored, flexible framework that sets the conditions for the industry to thrive in the UK and encourages responsible innovation. This could be a pivot point for Stellar, because actually at the moment US government are struggling with the SEC. Congress are struggling with the SEC to get what's just been stated. There's a clear and coherent direction of travel in the United Kingdom on digital assets, one that provides clarity to industry and consumers alike. The approach is constructive and not predetermined. The UK policymakers and regulators appear genuinely committed to dialogue. There are, of course, differences of opinion, yet those with whom we spoke were transparent about their desire to design rules of the road that harnesses the potential of blockchain technology while promoting market integrity, ensuring financial stability, and protecting consumers. As a part of this ongoing dialogue, we were pleased to submit our response to His Majesty's Treasury's consultation on the future regulatory regime to crypto assets, which closed on April the 30th. Our response addresses specific questions raised in the consultation paper related to the environmental impact of blockchain network consensus protocols. The response also sets out FDS recommended requirements for stablecoin arrangements, which aligns closely with the stablecoin regulatory proposals. Welcome the stablecoin regulatory proposal already underway in the UK. You can find our response here. It's good. It's a good read. So click that and have a look through it, and you'll get an idea of what's involved in stablecoin regulation, and how it's going to come about moving forward. We welcome the opportunity to inform the important work of the HM Treasury to create a framework of digital assets regulations, and we look forward to staying engaged as the process plays out. The United Kingdom is clearly grappling with difficult questions about how to develop policies and regulations for the crypto industry that apparently manage risk without stifling innovation. But there is no political axe to grind our performative stance, or stunt, shall I say. We had sober conversations about serious topics. We listened and were heard. And while we didn't know the end result, we do know that we were given a fair shake well. And that chips to go well with every meal. In other words, Stella's been out to the UK and feel and get the sense that the UK is open to ensuring that a fair and effective framework for innovation into blockchain technology is apparent. And this is exactly what's happening. And I think, as you know or you don't know, Ripple have already been out many years ago, and are working with the Bank of England. So they have an understanding already, and there's already this real-time gross settlement functionality that incorporates cryptocurrencies in place. In any case, Nathan, back over to you.
That's great. Thanks for that, Nathan. And really, when you look at this, it's clear Stellar is possibly thinking about relocating to potentially a more blockchain friendly government, or should I say country? Country. But really, we need to look into this paper as to what Stellar had wrote to HM Treasury, just outlining what their stance was, because obviously this consultation period for blockchains to help to define blockchain regulation, use of payments, how fintech companies will operate, crypto assets. It's quite prevalent. It's quite important that blockchains come together and make their voice heard. And really, reading that paper, I just had a quick read through. Obviously, Stellar outlines the way their views align with HM Treasuries in terms of, stable coins, and they really have a prime focus on stable coins, in fact, and the environment, blockchain, environmentally friendly blockchains, essentially. And all these things are fairly important for governments. These are things that they're looking for, when it comes to really employing a blockchain for any sort of system, whether they're going to incorporate it into the real-time gross settlement system, or really just more so to define how these blockchains should be if you're going to use a blockchain. So there could be a regulation on blockchain usage, if say, for example, one's not environmentally friendly, then potentially you can't really use that, or there's an extra tax levy on using that particular blockchain, which probably makes more sense, right? So really, this the future regulatory regime for crypto assets, consultation, payment, fintechs, it outlines again, as I say, stable coins, the main focus point. So they put forward their partnerships with MoneyGram, and just outline the effective use cases with Stellar Aid working out there in the Ukraine. And and you can see that what they're saying in that paper makes a lot of sense. And although they stipulate that not all views align, but for the most part they're on the same page. In any case, I'm Nathan, aka Nathan of Zion. Smash the Zion coin up there, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. And check out the next video, it's going to be on Stellar. Have a great day now. Take care.